Chapter 14. Chapter 14, Statistics. By this time, all of you have studied what is data, what is grouped data, what is arranged data, what is secondary data, primary data, etc. in your lower classes, that is 7th standard, 8th standard, and 9th standard. But in 10th standard, you will be studying more than what you have studied in your lower classes. But it is very much essential to have a flashback on your previous studies so that you can just recall through one or two simple examples. Okay. You have even studied finding mean, mode, etc. in your lower standards. Here now you will be studying different methods of calculating the mean of given data, the mode of given data, and hence median of given data also. Not only that, you will be introduced to new terms called standard deviation, So you will be learning to calculate the standard deviation for given data. Okay. To start with, to have some flashback on your previous studies, we will calculate mean of ungrouped data first. We will calculate mean of ungrouped data first. Through example only we will learn here. Example. What is this example? This example is to calculate mean of the following ungrouped data. What is ungrouped data then? Some marks are given here. You don't worry about the numbers. You worry about the method here. Numbers may be marks. Numbers given to you may be heights of some students, weight of some students. It may be number of vehicles passing on road every hour. Anything it may be. So don't worry about the data. You worry about what? The numbers only. Data means numbers representing some quantity for us in statistics. But you have to be very careful while giving conclusion to your answer. You have to be very much careful while giving conclusion to your answer, right? Okay. So now I will give the data here. These are certainly marks of 30 students who are studying in 10th standard, and these all 30 students have written mathematics paper of 100 marks. One student has scored 10 marks. One student has scored 20 marks. Three students have scored 36 marks. Four students have scored 40 marks. Three students have scored 50 marks. Two students have scored 56 marks. Four students have scored 60 marks. Again, four students have scored 70 marks. One student has scored 72 marks. One student has scored 80 marks. Two students 88 marks. Three students 92, 92 and 92. Last student has scored 95 marks. So what is this? This is now data for us. What is this data representing? Marks of the 30 students in a class who have written mathematics test for 100 marks. Now you should not directly jump to the solution. First you have to check whether you have written all the marks or not. If you miss any one of the marks, then your solution will not be correct finally. So just once you count, check for number of marks equal to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It means that we have written all the students' marks. Verification is very important. Now, what is mean according to you? Mean is equal to, write solution here. Mean is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. Sum of observations by number of observations. Sum of observations in ungrouped data we write using symbol as sigma. Sigma means addition. Sigma is the symbol for addition or sum of. Xi. Xi means ith observation. Xi means what? Ith observation. I is index. We call I as index. For first observation, I equal to 1. For second observation, I equal to 2. For third observation, I equal to 3. So on up to last observation. So for last observation, what is I in our case? It will be equal to 30. Okay. Divided by n. What is n? N is number of observation. Is it right? So we have to write here where xi is ith observation. Ith observation. N is number of observations. N is number of observations. Next, we have to write sum of all the observations. To write sum, first we have to add them. So take first observation, go on writing them here. Looking into the above observations, 10 plus, 20 plus, 36 plus, 36 plus, 36 plus. It is always better to move your finger along with observations as you keep writing in the summation, so that you will not miss any observation. Also, you will not write any observation 2 or 3 times. You will not repeat that. If you miss observation or if you write same observation many times, your answers will not be correct. Okay. You also keep moving your finger and writing the observations in summation like I do. 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 3 times plus 56 plus 56 2 times plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 70 plus 70 plus 70 plus 70 plus 72. plus 80 plus 88 plus 88. Plus 92 plus 92 plus 92 plus 95. You have to add all these and divide by what? Number of observations. In this case 30. In this case it is 30. Good, very good. Now add all these numbers. 10 plus 20, 10 plus 20 is 30 plus 36 3 times is there. So it will become 36 3s are 108. 40 is 4 times. It will become 160. 50 is 3 times. It will become 150. It will become 150. 56 is 2 times. It will become 100 and it will become 112. 60 is 4 times. The summation will be 240. 70 is 4 times. We'll get 280. 80 is only once. 80 is only once. We will continue on next page. 88 is 2 times. 88 2s are 176. Plus 92 3s is there. So we'll get 276. Plus 95. All these divided by what? You should not forget. 30. 1779 we will get. 1779. So don't write one below the other. You use this method of addition. It will save your time in exam. Okay. Divided by 30. Don't forget to write this. And here the symbol for mean is X bar. The symbol for mean is what? X bar. So this is going to be now X bar for you. Now to carry out division. Is it divisible by 30 now? 1779. Is it divisible by 30? To check that you have to add all digits. 7 plus 7 14. 14 plus 1 15. 15 plus 9 24. 24 is divisible by 3. So you can carry out division here. 3 10s are 3 5s are 15. 2 will remain 27. 3 9s are 27. 9 will come down. 3 3s are 9. So 593 by 10. This is going to be 59.3. So mean that we have calculated here is what now? 59.3.